I just bought a Nikon D750 and am delighted with it, couldn't be happier. I tried to write this review from my perspective, a guy who's been shooting SLR on and off for about 30 years, and knows how to develop and print, and shooting digital too, but who didn't know very much about digital SLRs before he bought this one. There are a few things about digital SLRs that The most obvious is the brand and lens mount. The venerable Nikon F mount goes back longer than you've been alive, probably, and nearly all those lenses are still out there and will work on your camera. Worried about lens choices and optical quality? The Nikon system is the best in the world, and if you're on a budget, old manual focus lenses that were the world's finest when they were built can be had for $25 on eBay. Not on a budget? Nikon lenses are still leading the field today. Like all of photography, lens design has a little bit of art mixed into the science. There is no question that modern Nikon glass has built a photographer a crystal paradise. From med glass, to special coatings that preserve color and minimize fringing, to fluoride and aspheric elements, to high-impact plastic to minimize weight, to the world's nicest 7 and 9 element apertures, Nikon has you covered. I paired up my D750 with a fast 50mm 1.4D prime and the newish 28-300mm f4. 5-5. 6/G zoom, and I can do things that I used to dream about when I was a kid, with little effort. The sensor is the next thing, and it goes with the lenses. FX is Nikon's term for a 35mm sensor, one that is the same size as the film I used to spool into my old Nikon FG, a film camera. The D750 has an FX size sensor. Digital SLRs from 2001 to 2010 or so had DX, also called APS-C, size sensors. They're smaller and old lenses aren't optimized to shine their light on a tiny sensor. You lose some of the virtue of the lens. Worse, there are now Nikon DX lenses out there. They're no good on FX or film cameras. They shine all their light in the middle of the sensor and make a weird roundish image. The two lenses I mentioned above are FX lenses. The D lens has an aperture ring and can be used on my old film camera. The G lens has none, and so cannot be. Sensors have a variety of qualities, and the D750S is one of the best that has ever been built anywhere. It has 24 megapixels and an anti-aliasing filter. In English, that means you can enlarge your photos to wall size. I don't mean to hang on the wall, I mean the size of the whole wall, without loss of any detail. Now film used to have an ASA/ISO rating, that measured its sensitivity to light. This sensor? Well, it adjusts its own ISO. It can go from 50 to 51,800 ISO. Usable range without grainy noise in shadows is 100 to 6400, but the noise is pleasant, not stripy. It looks like old school film grain and can be Gaussian and blurred away if you're so inclined. If you're a film guy like me, or you haven't used a DSLR in a few years, you're shaking your head. Not possible. Friend, I assure you it is not only possible, but it is every bit the technological marvel that it seems. Click link in description for more reviews.